In a loose village lived a beautiful and kind-hearted girl named Bawang Putih. She lived in a simple house surrounded by a beautiful flower garden. However, her life was not as beautiful as her garden. She lived with her stepmother and stepsister, Bawang Merah, who always treated her badly. Their fathers always looked sour and unhappy. Every day, Bawang Putih had to do all the housework alone, from morning till night. She never complained and always did it patiently. On break morning, her stepmother called Bawang Putih. With an angry face, she handed her a pile of dirty laundry and her favorite silk scarf. "Wash all of this in the river," she threatened. "And be warned if my scarf goes missing." Bawang Putih walked toward the river, carrying a heavy basket of laundry on her head. Her steps were heavy as she thought about the difficulties that awaited her. By the river bank, she began washing the clothes one by one. She washed her stepmother's silk scarf very carefully because she knew how valuable it was. Suddenly, with her hair losing it, the river current became stronger. The silk scarf she was rinsing slipped from her grasp and was swept away by the water. Bawang Putih panicked. She immediately ran along the river bank. Her eyes carefully scanned her for the driving scarf. "My scarf, please don't be lost," she cried out in her head. She asked everyone she met, a farmer plowing in the field and a water buffalo herder. But no one had seen her scarf. The day was beginning to evening. Bawang Putih walked further and further until she entered the dense forest. She was tired and desperate, but she didn't dare go home without her scarf. In the middle of the forest, she found a very old wooden hut, with thin smoke rising from its chimney. Bawang Putih knocked on the door politely. "Excuse me," she said with a trembling voice. The door opened slowly, revealing an old grandmother with a friendly smile. It turned out that the grandmother was the one who found Bawang Putih's stepmother's silk scarf. The scarf was caught in the roots of a tree near her hut. The grandmother sighed. "I will return the scarf, but you must stay here for a week and help me." Without hesitation, Bawang Putih agreed. For a week, she worked diligently. She did it secretly and without complaining at all. The grandmother was very pleased with Bawang Putih's kindness and diligence. She saw that Bawang Putih was a kind-hearted child. After a week had passed, the grandmother returned the scarf. The grandmother then said, "As a gift, cause on of tasted pumpkins on large and on small." Because she once greedy, Bawang Putih caused the small pumpkin. "I caused this on, Grandma." "Thank you very much," she said fondly, thinking it won't be much trouble for the grandmother. Bawang Putih went home carrying the small pumpkin and her mother's scarf. The mother and Bawang Merah greeted her with scolding. "Only bringing back a pumpkin this small after being gone for a day," they sneered. In the kitchen, when Bawang Putih spilled the pumpkin open to cook it, a miracle happened. The pumpkin was full of sparkling gold, jewelry, rubies, and diamonds. The stepmother and Bawang Merah eyes widened. Their eyes densely by the glittering treasure. Their greedy nature immediately surfaced. Bawang merah also wanted to experience the same thing. She deliberately let her craft forward and went to the forest following Bawang Putih's story. She found the old woman who would win asked to help. Bawang merah worked fearlessly, rudely, and was always complaining. After a week, the old woman told her to squash a pumpkin. With a second talk, Bawang merah gladly squashed the biggest pumpkin. She and her mother struggled to bring the giant pumpkin home. They were already imagining far more treasure than Bawang Putih had retrieved. Impatiently, they smashed the pumpkin open in the middle of the house. They were ready to see gold and jewels. But instead of treasure, something else came out from inside the pumpkin. Emerged the queen of venomous snakes, scorpions, and centipedes would immediately attack home. The stepmother and Bawang merah ran away in terror. They fled from the house and never returned to that village. Now the house belonged to Bawang Putih. She lived peacefully and happily, using the treasure from the magic pumpkin to help the people in her village. This story teaches us that sincerity and kindness will always bring happiness, while greed and envy will only lead to disaster.